Hi, my name is Anthony, and this is my story. So I battled with drug and alcohol abuse for the better part of a decade, and even while I maintained a job and got married, had kids, I still had this secret life that I led, where I was an alcoholic and I was a drug addict. And I was involved in church still. I was a good employee. I held my job. But this life started to bleed into my personal life, slowly but surely, right? Like it leaked into every area of my life, and I completely lost sight of who I was and what my identity was. Like I didn't even know anymore. So this came to a head in August 2014. I entered a 10-month life recovery program in Oxnard, California. And I moved up there. I had to quit my job, and I had to leave my wife and the 2 kids with her here. And she basically became like a single mom for the better part of a year. And I was in the program, I did the program because I knew that was my last resort. Like I had run out of chances with my wife, run out of chances with my family, and I had no idea what my future was going to look like or where I was going to end up. Before I met God, that was my thought process, was looking at the future, completely not knowing what that was going to be. I had no hope. To sum it up, I had no hope. So I'm in this program, and it's very strict. You could get kicked out for anything. There's like a long list of rules that you have to follow. And I started reading the Bible every day, and that's when I met God for the first time in a very real way. Was through His Word. And He revealed His will for my life in the Word. I discovered who I am, what He created me to be, what He did for me by sending His Son to die on a cross for me. And that became a reality. That's how I met God. And at that point, I just gave over my life to Him. I submitted what I wanted and took on what He wanted, because I fell in love with that. I fell in love with His will over mine. I studied the cross while I was there. I was told to study the cross like the first thing when I opened up the Bible. And I knew about the cross. I knew about what Jesus had done. Growing up in church, you hear that a lot, right? But then really, after reading the Word, like in and of itself as a whole, you start to realize that what Jesus did on the cross was planned long before He even stepped foot on earth. That was God's will. That was His plan for us, to save us from our sin, to set us free from that sin. And that was accomplished on that cross. God was satisfied the day that took place. And no longer is that judgment cast upon us. I'm no longer responsible for the judgment of that sin. And Jesus took that upon Himself. So that becoming real to me, that's what caused me to just submit myself to Him. And that's what God did for me, was He told me, like, look, you're not this. You probably were for a while, I was, but I'm taking you from that, and I'm gonna show you who you were meant to be. Life is so much better like this. I don't understand why I fought it for so long.